Are you unsure if you should get into e-commerce in 2026? You're worried about policy changes, the economy, and new technologies. Let's see what the e-commerce market has in store for 2026, and if you should start your own business, and if AI is going to replace all of us. So, let's begin. Let's start with the general mood. In the US, the economy is okay on paper, but it doesn't feel that way for most people. Prices aren't shooting up like they did a couple of years ago, but they also aren't rolling back down just yet. Yeah, inflation cooled off, but then kind of stopped, hovering above that old ideal level. So, when you ask people how they feel, more than half say the same thing. I think prices are going to get worse, not better. What does this look like in practice? People still go to restaurants and buy clothes and order things online, but every big purchase comes with doubts. Do I really need this? Is there a cheaper option? To summarize what we just said, yes, people will buy in 2026, but they'll double check and do it in a more thoughtful way. Expect less impulse buying. So, what does all this mean for e-commerce? If we look at the numbers, online shopping hasn't crashed. On the contrary, it keeps growing. By late 2025, roughly 1 out of every 6 retail dollars in the US was spent online. It's a very solid chunk, and that share goes up a little bit each year. E-commerce is growing faster than retail across almost all niches. Forecasts say that by around 2030, online sales in the US could get close to a third of all retail. Globally, it's the same story. Trillions already online, another trillion plus expected to move there in the next few years. That crazy pandemic spike is gone, and growth is now steady, but not explosive. But every year, a slightly bigger piece of shopping moves online and never comes back. E-commerce isn't a gold rush anymore, it's just how modern shopping works. And let's talk about that part that matters for day-to-day life. Even when the budget is tight, people don't stop buying. They still buy, just differently. Choosing more affordable products, trying no-name brands that look decent, stacking coupons, waiting for free shipping, and abandoning carts if fees are too high. At the same time, trust is a really big deal. A messy, half-done store with blurry photos and poor navigation and no reviews feels like a scam. Your store has to look and feel like a real active business, and your policies, reviews, and design now play a much bigger role than they did just a few years ago. Social commerce in the US is already worth tens of billions of dollars a year and is still growing. A big slice of that comes from TikTok. More than half of people who buy through social platforms are expected to buy something on TikTok specifically. Scroll TikTok or Instagram for 10 minutes and you'll see it. A creator showing a gadget that changed his life. A TikTok video showing an item with an affiliate link. For store owners, this means that a website with zero content around it is not enough anymore. Look, you don't have to be on every platform at once, but you do need to show up where your customer already spends time. Maybe that's TikTok, maybe that's Instagram, maybe it's YouTube. The path from content to checkout is getting shorter. If you're not present on at least one of those paths, somebody else will be. Big players are pouring money into AI to make search results feel smarter, recommend better products, plan deliveries, and tweak ads without a human touching every switch. On the small business side, this shows up as very practical tools. Apps that write product descriptions and emails for you, chatbots that handle common questions, and platforms that suggest audiences and creatives for your ads. It doesn't replace the owner, nor does it select a niche for you or fix a weak offer, but If you're willing to learn the basics, it gives you more hands. You can create copy faster, answer customers quicker, and test more ideas without needing a big team. In other words, customers are changing how they shop, and those changes automatically raise the standards for anyone who wants to sell to them. The economy in 2026 will be tight. Prices will stay high. Rates will stay higher than we'd like, and a lot of Americans will feel squeezed even though they're still spending. E-commerce, meanwhile, keeps quietly growing. It's not hype anymore, it's infrastructure. Social platforms like TikTok are becoming real sales channels. AI is running in the background, and shoppers are chasing value while expecting trust and decent service. If you sell online, this is not a reason to quit. It's a reminder to sharpen the basics. Pick good products, offer something that genuinely makes sense for your customer, treat people well when they buy from you, and use the tools that exist now to make all of that easier. That's your e-commerce landscape for 2026 in one quick look. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.